Hello and welcome back, Super Nerd friends. It is Wednesday. I have actually not been able to watch the last videos the last couple days, or rather, I managed to watch the first part of Monday's about the military service, and that's about it. My phone is a little bit weird on internet things. I mean, obviously I can get these videos up, and I can watch some YouTube. Like, it has absolutely no problem with 30-minute videos or like hour-plus long specials or anything like that, but it won't play your guys' like 9-minute ones, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's because it knows that deep down those are the ones that I actually really, really want to watch. Excuse me. So, I'm not sure if you could interpret that message that I sent on Facebook with the X and the book, but I want to retract Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell from my book list choices for a reading group, because it's huge, and I wouldn't do that to you guys. I think it's big enough that you can actually spot it over my shoulder on the bookshelf. It's that one, right? See the little band of red, and the next one? It's so big that you can actually kind of point it out when we're several feet away from it on a bookshelf surrounded by other books. Anyway, it's quite big. And there's another one, I forget what it is, something or other. But I want to take that one off. It's, oh gosh, I probably should have looked it up before I started the video. But it's basically Pokemon in the Roman Empire, and I just kind of wanted you guys to know that it existed, but didn't want to actually recommend it for the summer reading list. So, Alexis, you take those scraps of paper out of that hat, and we can just consider those not actually in the running. Sort of speaking of books, because I can't really talk about what you guys have been talking about, because I haven't seen your videos this week. I finished the second part of Paper Towns, and I enjoyed it much more than the first part. A couple parts that really stuck out to me were, when they found the, like, the bit of the Walt Whitman poem that told them to unhinge the screws or, like, take off the door. Like, my first thought was, oh, well, she actually wants them to, like, look at a real door and try unscrewing that, and they didn't think of it till much later, and then Radar called Ben a retard when he thought of it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh, retarded but brilliant. Oh, sorry, very different. And Q kind of rags on his parents, but a round of applause to them, and eventually him as he comes around to realizing this, that, you know, that Margot wants attention, but she's not his responsibility, and also she isn't a miracle, she's a person. So I was happy that that finally came around, and that it's becoming obvious that she has a few issues that she's working through, probably, but it was kind of funny. I was getting reacquainted with my bookcase before I started part 2, and I was looking up, actually, Norse books in my world mythology section, and right below it on the shelf is my collection of Walt Whitman poems, a complete set, or whatever it's called. And I was just sort of flipping through and reading through my favorite ones, and then Whitman came up, you know, he's a big part of part 2 and the rest of the book, and it was just kind of interesting, so I was already prepped for that, in a way. But, oh, it's just such an English majory book, like the English teacher being named Dr. Holden, and I think that was the only time I laughed out loud, is when the English teacher is named Holden, and it was just kind of funny. But it really shows that, you know, how much of a English nerd book there is. But just one last thing, it's going to be kind of a shortish video today. But let me see. The Soldotna Library hasn't gone back to me on job prospects yet. I assume they're not going to, because the job starts on Friday. It's now Wednesday. So, by my next video, we'll know if I got that or not. I'm thinking probably not. But the Kenai Library, which is actually a much better job, just came out with 2 new positions that they're offering, and that's open until the 8th, I believe. So, I'm going to be trying for that. And if I do get the Soldotna job, and I get an offer from the Kenai one, I'll be taking the Kenai one, just because it is that much better. But, I wanted to, come here and take a look at my, the actual world mythology section here, and look at all the books Here, this is my world mythology section. But I do have a book of Norse myths here, Alexis. I was thinking of you. So I was looking at it, and oh, it's backwards. That's horrible. Anyways, Norse Myths by Kevin Crossley Holland, and it has some very nice illustrations here. Hopefully you're getting that. Let me see. Yes, look at the illustrations. I'm sure you actually already know who most of these people are. The only one I'm not sure about is the middle one. What else? Oh, the one that I was actually going to tell you about was, this one. This is the Book of Greek Myths. But they have, these people, I think it's a brother and sister duo, maybe, but they have these different, mythology books that they come out with, and they're actually really good. They were my father's favorite. His father read them to him when he was my age when I got the book, and then he read them to me. And that's the Greek myth one, but they have Nord myths, I think. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe they just have one about trolls, something like that. Anyway, I don't know, I'm in kind of a Norse myth-y mood, just with, I don't want to say just because of the Avengers coming out, but I've been playing a lot of Skyrim lately, and, you know, it kind of puts you in that mood, I suppose. But just, I kind of wanted to just mention, you know, the way Skyrim does stories. It's been interesting me just because I've been playing so much of it lately. I'm a little bit sad that I've been doing all of it offline, off of Steam. Because I'm not sure if it's recording all of the hours, and I'm actually kind of curious how much I've been playing, because I got it, I don't know, like around graduation, so around the 1st of the month, or like the 5th of the month. And it's the 30th, the 29th, something like that. And I'm already level like 35. I don't know if that's normal. But I'm very squishy right now, because I'm playing this sort of light armor, archery, specialist sort of character, and I have followers, so they're my meat shields at the moment, but I leveled up a lot in like in sneak, like I'm already 100 level in sneak and pickpocketing and stuff like that. So I'm high level, but I'm not actually very strong. Like, my attacks are okay, but as far as defense goes, it's, you know, there's something there lacking, you know, something to be desired as far as defense and offense. But stories, anyway, I was going to be talking about stories, but I really like the way it manages to sort of tell a story without actually bombarding you with information. Like, it's there if you really want to delve into it, but if you don't, then you can just, you know, play a game where you hack and slash, and that's really it. But like the one of the first contracts you have with the Dark Brotherhood, which is like the Assassin's Guild of Skyrim, one of the first ones is you have to kill a vampire, and, you know, he's sort of living out in the middle of nowhere with his female vampire assistant, or whatever they're called. And I got there in the middle of the day, and he was in the house, so I unlocked it, and I just killed him before he could call for the guards or anything. So that was really simple, not very, you know, stick to the shadows, using my sneak ability to the best of, as it could be, but, so just out of curiosity, you know, because the guy who gave you the contract, he's like, well, you know, we might have some trouble with the female. And actually, wow, this video is getting kind of long, despite the fact that I wasn't talking about anything else but Skyrim and stories and things. Anyway, before I get off on that tangent, so I went and talked to her, and she was working at this sort of mill thing by their house. And, you know, she's like, oh, we do so love having guests, and, you know, we just live out here, and there's not really much to do. We get what we need from the occasional traveling traveler. And, you know, it's all very, like, well, you know, why did these people have a contract out on them? They haven't really done anything. It doesn't seem like they seem very, you know, nice living out by themselves. But there's, like, a little shack kind of off to the side that you might even not miss. Like, you might not even go in there. And you go in, there's blood all over the walls, and, you know, there's a workbench. And even that seems kind of, you know, innocent, because there's, like, a piece of, you know, deer hide and, you know, a dead chicken or something, and then you take a closer look, and there's, like, a human rib cage and a spine. So, you know, they're not as, innocent as they first appear, and that's sort of the way I'm impressed how Skyrim does its stories. It's there if you want to see it, or if you want to delve, as I said. So the video is quite long now, somehow. I'm excited to find out what happens in the next part of Paper Towns, and what you guys thought of it once I get a decent internet connection, or my phone decides to start showing me the parts that I actually want to see on YouTube. But, we'll see how long this video takes to load. Wish me luck. I love you guys. Can't wait to watch your videos, and, see your faces again. Bye!